away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! Right kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, Deflected, no! Rebound! Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
It was 2 days before Christmas, and there's still hockey to be played as we welcome you inside the legendary Schneider Arena on the campus of Providence College. It's another edition of Rhode Island High School hockey as the Prout Crusaders take on Warwick Co-op. Last time out on the Schneider Arena ice, Prout, an interesting little scenario as they found themselves down early to the Moses Brown Quakers, scored 4 unanswered goals in way to a 4-1 win. We'll see if they can be able to jump out on the front side this afternoon as we get the day started. One of 3 games on the board here on Fans Only Sports Network today. Of course, this game right here that you're watching right now. Later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a doubleheader as the Burrillville Broncos take on the Bishop Hendrick and Huts from Burrillville. And over in Smithfield, the Smithfield Sentinels take on the LaSalle Academy Rams. You can catch both those games right here on Fans Only Sports Network. And, of course, we will be your home for Holiday Classic action as well throughout the week following it, Christmas. We'll take a break for a couple of days and then see you all there before we close off things for 2022. The Prout Crusaders in the home white with the maroon and black trim. Warwick in snazzy, brand new black threads. First time that we've seen them in the new road jerseys here on Fans Only Sports Network. As we bring you all the sights and sounds from up top of Schneider Arena. We thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope that wherever you are around, whether it be the New England region, Mid-Atlantic, the Midwest, anywhere in this country, you are safe and warm. We know that there is massive weather going on all throughout. Please stay safe over the holidays. We want to see you all here plenty more times. Warwick won the faceoff, though, got kicked off of the side boards and pushed all the way back down. There's Aiden Force here with an opportunity that swung around into the middle for Derek Gismondi. Pinned along the backside corners. It will come out now onto the stick of the 17 of Ryan Barlow. Barlow, one of those players that you want to watch on the Warwick side. On the opposite side for Prout, Nick Gamba, Aiden Force here. 2 players to keep your eyes on for there. Angelo Evangelista getting the start in net tonight for the Crusaders. They go with the 31 of Braxton Bragg. On the opposite side for Warwick as we are underway here in the first period of action. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Faceoff will come to the left side of Bragg. Won by Warwick as they tried to clear out of the zone. We're going for a cross pass to Pickering. Little bit past him, gets picked back up by the Crusaders. Bounced out into the neutral ice area for the 5 of Tyler Simo. As Simo dumps that one down, will be picked up on the backside by Shafino. Shafino cycles out around the backside boards, came back out in front, an opportunity on the stick of Mark Roberts, pushed away. Craftfully goes Sean Mullaney. Mulaney running to the back corner. Mulaney gets sandwiched between two Prout players, and someone's going to the box for elbowing, and it looks like it's going to be the 6 of Mark Roberts. And Warwick's going to go on the power play. Just shy of 2 minutes gone by in this game. And an opportunity for Warwick to break open the bank. Face-off won by the Crusaders, cleared out of the zone. Riley Smith back in the neutral zone where it's picked up by Ethan Pizzulo. Pizzulo, one of the 4 captains on this team, along with Charlie Clements, Jacob Pickering, Sean Mulaney. For the aforementioned Charlie Clements. Forward for Gerard Schifino. Off of him, and it goes all the way back. Pizzulo's going to chase this one. Bragg's going to shepherd it behind his net. On the side for Clements. Clements carries through the neutral zone, stops back at the blue line, shifts that one over for Pizzulo. Pizzulo fires, kick save made by Evangelista, and then he snags the second attempt. As it came in from the corner, Richie Kavanaugh trying to poke check there. .118 remaining in the advantage. Back for the 4 of Pizzulo. Cross eyes pass, backhanded attempt, still poking at it. As now he's finally pushed along the boards on the back side was Richie Kavanaugh. As this one will come all the way back in the neutral zone. Barlow. Ryan Barlow winds, fires. Barlow's attempt blocked by John Gaffney. Clements came back up top. That attempt came in off of the stick of Pizzulo, headed the other way. And Forcier could not get his full space to shoot. Braxton Bragg came out a little bit. Off of the backside boards. Pizzulo. Through the center. Where they head of steam down the side. Grosketh, and that one hit a piece of metal. Caleb Burnett. Drop for Roberts as the penalty is expired. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Swept across for Brady Martin. Martin through 3 Crusaders gets tripped down. No call from the referees. Luca Malari on the back side as he slots that one over for Nick Gamba. Gamba will send that one up looking for the 23 of Andrew Noel. Noel had a key goal for the Crusaders here in their last game. Scooting around in the corner, it's pushed the opposite direction by Aiden McNally. Back up top, Mason Karamidas. Off of Karamidas, Sean Mulaney headed the other way. Mulaney comes inside. Mulaney pulled. Second attempt, save made by Evangelista as sneaking in right behind all of that was the 16 of Aiden McNally, and then it was the 19 of Cooper Grosketh. Pickering. Pizzulo from the blue line as this one gets sent back down into the corner once again. Off the edge of Nolan Quirk's stick and sent along the boards. Got as far as the 15 of Jake Cox at center ice and then dumped back into the zone. Crusaders defense resets. DJ Ricchino trying to bring it out. Set back into the backside boards again. Warwick pressing high on the Crusaders right now, forcing them to have to cycle this puck around the zone a little bit more than they might like. They're going to try to go. Belcher from the side boards. It gets kicked back in again. Richie Kavanaugh patrolling the blue line now, along with the 4 of Ethan Pizzullo. This one's going to be a turnover because this time Ryan Barlow is going to pick that one up for Warwick. Barlow works with the 3 of Clements. Cross ice pass. Barlow had it right on the doorstep, and it got kicked away. Clements fires. Evangelista makes a save. Face-off won by Warwick, but turnover is Aiden Forcier. Will carry this one away for the Crusaders. Forcier gets run out of the play there by the 11 of Lucas Hemmond. Forcier cycles it back, trying to go in the corner, looking there for Gismondi. Gismondi can't do anything with it. Sends it around the backside boards. Tyler Simo. Simo still stuck there. It gets peeled out of the zone instead by the 7 of Gerard Schifino, as Schifino tries to go forward for Brady Martin in a collision between Martin and a couple of Prout defenders. McNally right into the backside boards. Forcier will try to come out with it for the Crusaders. Aiden Forcier tried to drag that one, and a poke check from Gerard Schifino sends it back into the neutral zone. Gismondi, drop back, hard shot that came off of the stick of Forcier and deflected off of a Warwick stick. Stayed inside of the glass area though. As we continue on, 7:25 left to go here in the first. No score between the two sides. Delayed offside has been called. Will be negated as Warwick will bring it out of the zone and send it all the way down. A dump and chase as they go for a line change. It's picked back up on the opposite side. Hard shot from distance was Daniel Morrison. Right back out in front, and that one went wide. Morrison, 2 opportunities there for the Crusaders, and both of them wide of Braxton Bragg. Pickering steals this one, sends it around for Schifino. Schifino looks to get it out of the zone. They do. Pickering tried to work it, continued forward with the 18 of Kyle Menard, and ran out of real estate. Or my apologies, it was the 19 of Cooper Grosketh. For the a forward push and an opportunity there that went from Barlow up high over top of everything. Andrew Noel. Barlow again the other way as Barlow goes toe-to-toe and gets caught up with the 21 of DJ Ricchino. Barlow trying to look for a wraparound. Barlow losing an edge and goes down. Charlie Clements will pick this one up. Goes the cycle back. Ricchino there for Prout. Taken off of the play again by Clements. Warwick trying to keep hold of the zone. No offsides necessary as Barlow was able to track back before Clements brought that one back in. Barlow still has it. Puck still loose. Now Evangelista's got it after Clements comes over and stuffs it into his glove. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes who are going to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Face-off won by the Crusaders, carried out by the 15 of Jake Cox as he sends that one down for Roberts. Roberts runs into a tete-a-tete with Schifino. Back out in front, and that one doesn't even actually reach Bragg as it was stopped at first by the 16 of McNally, but the pass ended up onto the stick of Simo. Simo takes a shot. That went wide of Bragg. Carried here by the 24, Brady Martin. That one high and wide of everything. Comes all the way back of the blue line for Hemmond. Hemmond dumps it back in, looking for McNally on the corner. Peeled away by Martin. Back to the blue line as it's pushed by Roberts out of the zone for the Crusaders. Neutral zone carry by Jake Cox, and offside is called. This one will come all the way down, and icing will be called. We'll bring it back from whence we came. For the 12 of Sean Mulaney, who had 4 white jerseys around him, said nowhere to go. Big hit along the side boards as the Crusaders were trying to get that one out of the defensive zone, and Cooper Grosketh had other ideas. As they tap this one up the side boards at the blue line, Grosketh, as he pushes that one forward, it's whacked at by the 25 of Chris Schifino. Aiden Forcier right across the mouth of the goal, and Schifino and Bragg combined to be able to keep that one out of the zone. Dumped back in as Gismondi chases for it. This one will get sent all the way down. Chasing it the other way was Ricchino, but the referee is going to whistle icing instead. Face-off won by the Crusaders as they keep that one in the offensive zone. Turns back in a pass-back attempt, looking to try to clear out, was Charlie Clements. This one cycles around, picked up by Roberts. Roberts right in center. Roberts dispossessed of the puck smartly by Lucas Hemmond. I was trying to get a second attempt there was Mark Belcher, and Belcher was dispossessed of his stick. Charlie Clements, shot, score! Off the back boards, Charlie Clements picks up the loose puck, takes it down the length of the ice, a coast-to-coast goal for Clements, and Warwick's on the board 1-0. Warwick wins the face-off after the goal. Clements, who just scored it, right back on the puck as he battles there with the 10 of Karamedes and the 13 of Smith. Down behind the net, it's shepherded along by Bragg. Popped up high as that one can be pushed along further by Ryan Barlow. It'll be picked up by Simo on the bottom side. Simo pushes that one forward. We're looking for Riley Smith. A little bit of an errant pass there. Smith wasn't sure it was going to him, and Ethan Pizzullo punches it back into the zone. Off-handle play back in front as that one came onto the stick of Daniel Kennedy, shifted from Barlow on the opposite side. Warwick, peppering shot, score! tic-tac-toe off of the backside boards. It's a second goal for Warwick. It's Ryan Barlow. He finally got the deflection to go his way. Not even through the first 15. We said Warwick might be the sneaky team this year. They have certainly shown in the first few games why, and they're doing it again today. 2 goals in 14. Sorry, my apologies. I'm going to take that back. 2 goals in 13 minutes. Trying to head down is Forcier. Forcier run off of the play. That one goes underneath the stick of Burnett. Came back for Gamba. Gamba fired one and a save made by Bragg. 1 and a change left to play. And here's an opportunity for Warwick again as quickly down the ice is Brady Martin, and they're going to say deflected as it went up into the stands. We'll get a face-off just outside of the blue line. You get a fresh piece of rubber from the box. And now we finally get underway. No offsides called as it deflected off of a Crusaders stick. Comes back for the 11 of Hammond. Shafino off of Grosketh and down into the zone. Any offside negated as Prout touches the puck. In the final minute to go here of the first period. Belcher run hard into the boards. Tries to slot that one across for Ricchino. Instead, it is pulled out defensively. And chasing one here is the 12 of Mulaney. Mulaney got to it before icing can be called, but as a cross-pass attempt, deflected off by Nolan Quirk. Back for the 15 of Cox. Cox run out of the play, so too was Quirk in the final 10 seconds to go of the period. We'll get a short intermission in between the first and second. We will pause briefly, but the storyline, Warwick, 2 goals in the first 13 minutes. After 15, they lead 2-0. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
2-0 Warwick after 1. They scored both of those goals within a 13 minutes of the 15 minutes of that first period. We welcome you back here to Schneider Arena on the campus of Providence College. Thanks so much for tuning in today on Fans Only Sports Network. Today's second period is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Hello, Prout! Welcome to the game as they took that one straight down the ice. And Aiden Forcier was able to get a final tap over to the 9 of Caleb Burnett, who pots it home. It took 15 seconds for them to break this one back to 2-1. Couldn't even get ourselves settled into the period. There's still some people taking their seats. So Caleb Burnett has brought us a 2-1 scoreline now as we are back underway. Chasing it is Grosketh. Taken away by the Crusaders. Luca Malari, as he tried to send that one forward, gets reversed by Warwick. Left on the doorstep, and an opportunity for Grosketh as he was coming across. Couldn't get a full piece on it. Ethan Pizzullo is going to pick that one up in the defensive zone. Bounced up over top of everyone. Gamba will chase it back for the Crusaders. As it's scooped by Daniel Kennedy and carried into the zone for Warwick. Behind their own net for Prout as it's picked up by the 17 of Malari. Sent forward for Belcher. And a icing call will stop play. In all irony, this is exactly what happened to Prout in the game against Moses Brown last weekend. Moses Brown jumped out to a lead and had the lead at the end of the first period. Prout scored 4 unanswered goals through the final 2 periods of play and came away with the win. We'll see if they can do it again this afternoon against a very stingy Warwick team. Right in front, and an opportunity there as Riley Smith was looking for Karamedes and nothing doing. Around the backside boards, Crusaders pick this one up again. Smith as he works that one for Noel. Noel gets pinned into the corner. Still rugby scrum in the corner as everyone taking a look for it. And this one ends up getting kicked away. Back into the neutral zone for the 11 of Lucas Hemmond. Cycled that one across. Shafino pushes that to the corner. Did not get all the way as it was deflected at the blue line, and Tyler Simo the other way for the Crusaders. Simo takes a shot that goes wide of everything. Hits off of the backside boards. Comes out for Gismondi. Gismondi as he's looking to find Nolan Quirk. And it bounces off of the side boards. Came all the way back. Simo to Quirk. Scooped by Hemmond. Aiden Forcier. Forcier carries in. Forcier shot. Bragg closed that one up very quickly. Gismondi. Shot hit the post. Oh boy, that was behind Bragg. And it came up right off the edge of the post. Shot, score! Richie Cavanaugh pops one over top of the glove. And it's 3-1. Back to a 2-goal lead for Warwick. Mulaney skates to the circle as he takes that face-off against Roberts, won by Warwick. Pizzulo. Pickering offside called, and we get a stoppage of play. Carried through the neutral zone. Roberts, hard shot, save Bragg. And Prout players slapping their sticks against the boards. Maybe perhaps a little frustrated with their offense right now. Still plenty of time to go. Hockey is one of those crazy games. And you're only trailing by 2. Over top of Malari goes Ryan Barlow. Barlow comes back. Tic-tac-toe. Yeah, no! Holy cow, what a save by Evangelista. Barlow and Charlie Clements are both just shaking their heads. Angelo Evangelista got that one right at the line. We play on 3-1 still for Clemens. Barlow to the opposite side. Barlow from distance. That one just wide. Pinned in the corner as they try to work it free. Comes back for Barlow right at the center. Barlow nowhere to go. He had 3 white jerseys right in front of him as that one gets kicked to the side and a big hit sends Andrew Noel tumbling. Noel pops back up, right back into the play. Comes back to the neutral zone for Simo. Delayed offsides negated as Prout exits the zone. Warwick touches up. Back for Simo at the blue line again. That would have been offsides. And they say nothing there. And it's delayed offsides still to be called. That'll negate. Warwick exits the zone through the neutral zone. Now Warwick gets caught for offsides the other way, and we get a stoppage of play. Behind the Prout net. Moved along. Mulaney gets in a little bit of a tie-up. It's the 21 of DJ Ricchino. Forcier, shot, save made by Bragg. Gismondi. Malari. Down in the corner for Forcier. As it gets wrapped around for Gamba at the blue line. Gamba has his stick checked by Mulaney. Pulled off by Schiaffino as Gerard Schiaffino. Errant pass came right back in front for Malari. Bragg split. Where is it? It's underneath Braxton Bragg's leg pads. As he finally gets up and the puck is revealed. But a huge save from Bragg and a stoppage of play is called. Face-off won by Warwick. Pizzulo tries to wrap that along the side boards, was looking for Barlow. Popped up in front of the Prout bench. Comes off of the side boards. Richie Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh slap pass as he was looking to try to get Charlie Clements, and Kavanaugh and Clements have been on sync today. 2 of the goals of the 3 for Warwick created from those 2 gentlemen. Barlow, as he tries to push through the line, popped back by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh off the sideboards. Barlow's going to chase it. Evangelista will shepherd it to the corner, picked up by Barlow as he hit into Gamba. Back through the neutral zone, Colin O'Day for Warwick. Pizzulo off the sideboards sends that one all the way down. As we approach halfway gone by in this period and halfway gone by in the game. O'Day from behind for Nate Kane. Came back out up front. And a shot attempt from Belcher is kicked wide by Bragg. Pinned in the corner as they fight for it. The 5 of Simo in the mix there, along with the 6 of Roberts. Simo's going to come away with the puck. Sends that one across, looking for Gaffney. Gaffney got ran into by Jack Saylor. Saylor and Warwick come away with this one. Halfway gone by in this period, halfway gone by in this game. A 3-1 scoreline. Warwick led 2-0 at the end of the first. 1 from each side here in the second period. Prout got one 45 seconds in to the period. You almost thought that was going to be kind of a way to run for this period for Prout. Warwick struck right back, and it's still a 2-goal lead for them at 3-1. And today's second period on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Cooper Grosketh tried to shoot that one, deflected off of a few sticks, hit the glass on the back side, so no stoppage of play. Warwick still trying to control the zone. Pickering. The 10 of Pickering and the 10 of Karamidas ran into each other as that one gets flung from the corner by Grosketh and off of the pads of Evangelista. Evangelista gets run into that time from Grosketh. Prout headed the other way. Karamides fires one into traffic. Got the backside of the 9 of Richie Kavanaugh. Never made it through to Bragg. Kicked around in the neutral zone. Clements trying to work through. Did not have much with him as it goes back for Forcier the other way. Off the sideboards was Lucas Hemmond trying to move that one. That one just went sliding across the mouth of the goal as it was almost pushed by Nolan Quirk, but Bragg kicked it away. Pushed forward for Clements through the neutral zone. Charlie Clements fires one bouncing wide. Picked back up by Forcier. Aiden Forcier. Forward for Burnett. Burnett has the goal for Prout. In front as it's poked away by Evangelista. Second attempt and a kick save from him as standing on the doorstep and a shot off the crossbar. Cooper Grosketh rings the bell and it's 4-1 Warwick. And all bets are off now to this one. A 3-goal lead. See a bit of line change switch up here for Warwick. Daniel Kennedy as he takes the face off there against Mark Roberts. Roberts brings this one all the way down in front of the net, trying to push one forward was Belcher. Knocked away by the Warwick defense. Popped puck all the way back to the blue line. Is kicked away. Brady Martin almost had an opportunity to take it down. Getting caught up in the center as a dispossessed from Kennedy on the 15 of Jake Cox. Cox runs Kennedy into the boards on the opposite side. Puck tied up right in front of the scorer's box area. Gamba tried to poke that free. Nick Gamba, as he chases this one back around, he's chased all the way down instead by the 16 of Aiden McNally. McNally trying to peel that one out of the air after a pop shot from Evangelista's pads. Wraparound attempt. Nobody there on the backside. Belcher sent through the neutral zone. Roberts tried to shoot. He had Ethan Pizzulo right in front of it. Now Roberts gets wiped out by the 25 of Chris Schiaffino. Along the sideboard, zone cleared by the 11 of Hammond. Is chasing for it was Kavanaugh. 3 and change left to go here in the second period. We'll get the longer intermission. In between the second and third, they'll resurface the ice. And Prout will have to think hard because they are finding themselves in a very difficult spot right now, trailing by 3 at 4-1. And who would have thought that the Warwick Co-op team would be this sneaky this year so far? It is going to be very interesting to see what this team produces over the season. 1 win all of last year. They've already equaled that. And a very good opportunity that they could find themselves, if they continue to play this way, in conversation come February, March. Face-off won by the Crusaders as a spin-around attempt from Riley Smith gets blocked away by Bragg. And that one is snagged on the shot attempt from Simo from the blue line. Off of Simo in the neutral zone. As that one gets sent the opposite direction. Burnett run off of the play by Schiaffino. Clements for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh left alone. Off of him as it came back across. Third shot, score! Kavanaugh went to Clements. It went back to Kavanaugh, back to Clements. It finally lands onto the stick of Ryan Barlow. And Barlow has the 5th of the day for Warwick. Just inside of 2 left to play here in this second period. It is now a 4-goal differential. Chris Schiaffino. Grosketh. Sean Mullaney. Mulaney along the side boards, tried to move that one along, dumped in by Belcher. Belcher gets tied up with Pizzullo as it got pushed back in the neutral zone. Now Simo. Sorry, that's Roberts. And Roberts got run off of the play there by the 10 of Pickering. Chris Schifino, great defensive play as he was able to get Belcher right in front of Bragg. Inside of the last minute to go here of the second period. As it's walked into the zone by Grosketh, and he's dispossessed. It gets sent all the way back down. Chris Schifino against Karamides. Sent the other way now for Saylor. Jack Saylor between his sticks, between his skates, and Saylor shoots one high and wide. Karamides can't get it off of the side boards. Instead, it comes for the 11 of Hammond. Jackson Monty for Warwick now is with a 4-goal lead. They're going to start to go down the bench a little bit. Karamides dispossessed by Saylor. It will push around the neutral zone. The horn will sound, and we're through 2. 5-1 Warwick. After 2, they'll resurface. The ice will resurface ourselves. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try to kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try to kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try to kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try to kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try to kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try to kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right. Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try to kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown.
and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field.
As we welcome you back inside of Schneider Arena here on the campus of Providence College, thanks so much for tuning in to another edition of Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network as the Prout Crusaders taking on Warwick Co-op as we get set to start the third period of play. And yeah, that's not a mistake on our scoreboard. Warwick 5, Prout 1 after 2. Ryan Barlow, Cooper Grosketh, Richie Kavanaugh, Charlie Clements all in the party for Warwick. Gamba for the Crusaders. Turnover. Clements right in front and an opportunity as that one skated away from Pizzulo. Picked up by Shafino on the backside. Shafino sends that one around. Back for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh dispossessed by Simo. For the 9 of Caleb Burnett. Cross pass shot and an opportunity. That came off with a stick of the 20 of Derek Gismondi and a save made. And it looks like the referee may have possibly gotten a piece of things in the midst of all of that. As Braxton Bragg made the save. Back through the neutral zone, Mulaney for Warwick. Dropped off, and that one was sent by Menard. Or Groska. I don't know why I keep on thinking I'm seeing 18 on that jersey. Today's third period brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits today. Crusaders carry this one along the back side, trying to get out of the zone. They're stuck. Look at Malari as he moves that one for Mark Roberts. Roberts tries to go up the sideboards, got as far as the opposite blue line. Gerard Shapino picks that one up for Warwick. Dumped down into the boards as Warwick will go for a line change. Mulaney got a little tied up in the backside there with the 17 of Malari. Turnover and an opportunity that landed onto the stick of Brady Martin. He tried to shoot one. Malari got in the way. Comes all the way down for Pizzulo. Ethan Pizzulo will pick this one back up. Off the sideboards for Martin. Martin pushes that one across as it's tapped into the zone by Daniel Kennedy. Chasing it down was Aiden McNally. As McNally goes to the backboard, Silas Simo picks that one up for Prout. Andrew Noel back in front once again for Simo. Simo behind his own net as he now carries forward. Nick Gamba on the opposite side. Gamba immediately run into by the 26 of Jackson Monty. And the puck gets sent the other way. Sailor tripped down, arm goes up immediately. Penalty's going to get called. And Riley Smith will go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Only the second penalty that we've had called all game. Both of them have been against the Prout Crusaders. So Warwick on the power play for the second time tonight. They're 0 for 1 on the advantage. Not a stat that they will shake their head about come into the game, as they currently lead this one by 4 at 5-1. Pizzulo popped up over top of his stick, comes back through the neutral zone as he tried to backtrack with it. Karamides chased him. Cross ice for Charlie Clements. Shafino dispossessed, trying to go through the center was Karamides. So we're going to get a penalty for holding. We will. They're going to get Warwick for the first time today. Ethan Pizzulo to the box for slashing. And that will negate the 132 remaining on the advantage. So we'll play 5 aside. Or 4 aside. And then we'll have 5 aside. As this one's going to go all the way down for icing. There is about a 28-second difference in the 2 penalties. So 4:28 seconds come the end of this one. Prout will have a power play. Gismondi, as he carries that one across the blue line, dumped it down, was looking for force here. Nobody there. Picked up instead and carried out of the zone by Pickering for Warwick. Pickering dumps that one all the way down for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will cycle around the backside boards as it comes out to the blue line again for Shapino. Shapino works through as Ryan Barlow on the doorstep. Tyler Simo. Simo gets run off of the play by Barlow, picked back up by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh sent it back through. Gamba got to it and then was able to get it forward for Forzier. Forzier shot one through the legs of Lucas Hemmond and it went wide of Braxton Bragg. 20 seconds remaining in the Prout penalty, and they'll get 28 seconds of power play time before they can try to go 5-on-5 again. Richie Kavanaugh is going to dump this one all the way down. That's going to expire the Prout side of the penalty. They have 28 seconds of power play time. And it's peeled off the backboards by Quirk. Quirk trying to get that one forward for Forcier. Forcier gets run into by the 3 of Charlie Clemens. Shot! Where did it go? Off the side of the net from Forcier. Clemens up along the sideboards, poked forward by Mulaney. Mulaney gets run into and is going to get called for roughing. Will be the 9 of Caleb Burnett as the penalty had expired. And Burnett goes back into the box. For Prout. And it will be a 2-minute minor for roughing. And we'll put Warwick on the power play. Interference on the face-off. Called on the 19 of Cooper Grosketh. Negates the power play. Six seconds later. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 1:54. Then for 6 seconds, Prout will have a power play. Pickering. As he looked there for Barlow. Pushed along the backside boards by Hemmond. As it's brought out of the line now by Kennedy. Kennedy tried to slot that one forward for Pickering. Off to the races. Evangelista comes out and poke checks that one away. Through the neutral zone. Roberts trying to control for the Crusaders. Gets it for Gamba. Gamba is bothered. Is right on his doorstep. This is the 17 of Barlow. And it's picked up by Kavanaugh, who hit one off of the post. Kavanaugh still controls it. Barlow shot. Evangelista save. And it's poke checked all the way back. Forcier running for the Crusaders. Forcier fires one. Bragg makes the save. .57 seconds remaining in the penalty to Burnett. As we said, 6-second differential between the two penalties. Carried here by Shafino. As it's picked up by Forcier. Round the back side for Roberts. Roberts carries this one out of the zone. Roberts took an attempt. That was deflected by Pizzulo. Dropped in behind the Warwick net. Pizzulo, as he holds, will start this one out for Shafino. Shafino taps forward for Clements. Charlie Clements carries forward through the neutral zone. Cross pass there as he was looking for Saylor. Saylor got run into by the Prout defense. Aiden Forcier the other way for the Crusaders. 2-1. The penalty has expired. 6 seconds of power play time. As it will bounce through the neutral zone. 2-1, and out comes Grosketh, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey. 7.5 left to go here in regulation. A 5-1 scoreline as Warwick leads. It's been virtually all Warwick. They led 2-0 at the end of the first. Prout struck right in the beginning stages of the second period. And then it was 2-1 before Warwick went off to the races, scoring 3 unanswered goals for a 5-1 lead at the end of the second. And we have stood that for the first 7+ of this third period as that one goes wide on a shot from Luca Malari. Offside, and a hand pass is called. Coming up later tonight on Fans Only Sports Network, Burrville Broncos, Bishop Hendricken Hawks, 8 p.m. Eastern Time face-off, and then Smithfield Sentinels taking on the LaSalle Rams at 8 p.m. also right here on Fans Only Sports Network. As always, follow us, Fans Only Sports, that's sportz.com. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, whatever social medias you might have at FOSPORTZ. And for all things hockey related, behind the scenes, this, that, and the otherwise, follow us on Instagram at ri.hockey. For the 6 of Mark Roberts as he tries to cycle through the neutral zone. Taps that one across for Gaffney. John Gaffney tried to bring it up the sideboards, dispossessed by Richie Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh pushes forward. Kavanaugh looking to slot that one across for Charlie Clements. Bounced up over top of his puck to the sideboards for Ryan Barlow. Barlow got ran into, gets peeled away instead, and comes out onto the stick of Mark Roberts. Roberts trying to go through everything. Roberts gets through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, and then gets run off of the play there by the 25 of Shapino. Pizzulo. Back in the neutral zone once again for Jake Cox. Down behind the Warwick net. 5.5 left to go here for Warwick. As this one gets tapped off of the stick of Daniel Kennedy. Bragg pins that one on the post area, and Bragg makes the save, and a little bit of extracurricular activities after the play. And are we going to get anything handed in? Yeah, it looks like we're going to get coincidental minors. They have the 10 of Mason Karamides skating to the box. So too is the 25 of Chris Chapino, and we're going to get coincidental minors. Prout came into the game today 2-2 on the season. Warwick came in 1-1 on the season. They're won a huge one as they had beaten Smithfield. If you would have told us at the start of the season that we'd be talking about Mount St. Charles and Smithfield, and for that matter, Moses Brown, who went to the semifinals last year, at the bottom of the table, probably wouldn't have believed you. Burrville sits on top right now at 3-1. They play Bishop Hendricken tonight. Cumberland, East Greenwich round out the top 4. Cumberland undefeated right now. For the 24 of Logan Addison. And then sent the other way on the opposite 24 of Brady Martin as he gets run into the boards. 41 seconds remaining in the coincidental minors as we play with 4 left to go here in the period. Gamba for the 25 of Dan Morrison. And all the way down, icing is called. .350 left to go here in the period. Off of the side of the boot of Clements, and Clements was trying to run with speed. Kavanaugh's going to pick that one up. Trying to toe drag it back into the zone. Kavanaugh along the corner boards as he kicks that one away from the Crusaders, but it skirts around for Nolan Quirk. Back on a stick for Warwick. Long distance attempt from Colin O'Day went wide. Penalties are expired. They are coincidental minors. The 2 minutes on the board expire, but they have to wait until the whistle before they can be released from the box. Across on the back side and looking for one was Ryan Barlow, or we should say looking for his second was Ryan Barlow. Forcier. Backhanded attempt kicked away as it came from Burnett, and a whistle sounds as it's underneath the chest of Braxton Bragg. Sent all the way down through the neutral zone. Chasing it will be Simo. No icing, no offside. As he gets that one forward for Burnett. Gamba. Up along the sideboards looking for Gismondi. Through the neutral zone as it's picked up by Forcier. Aiden Forcier, Derek Gismondi. Forcier's pass ends up in the chest area of Lucas Hemmond, and he pushes it all the way back down. Tyler Simo chases that one. And the final 2 minutes to go here. Forcier. Burnett wide of his stick. Burnett was able to curl it back in and send a shot on net. Lucas Hemmond will pick that one up. Hemmond shoved into the boards by Forcier. No call from the referees. Back in attempt. Forcier had one slotted behind Bragg's skates. This one will scoot underneath the 24 of Logan Addison all the way down. Icing is called. Just a reminder, 2 more games on the schedule tonight. Burville, Bishop Hendricken, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and then also Smithfield and LaSalle, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch those games right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Chris Chapino off of the stick of Jacob Pickering and all the way down the ice, and we'll get an icing call. Bring it back. Last day of regular season games for the 2022 side of the schedule. We'll have Christmas Classic action next week, or Holiday Classic action, or whatever way it's framed by the respective sides. And then we'll pick things back up after the New Year's. For mostly everybody, there are a couple of games on the 30th and 31st. Ethan Pizzulo Pizzulo gets wrapped around and dumped down. This one goes on the side to Pickering. Pickering brings it forward into the zone. Chased in the corner by Grosketh. Final 30 seconds to go here from Schneider Arena. Mulaney gets dumped down. Back up to the top of the blue line area. Through the neutral zone as it's carried, and a shot attempt from Addison. Charlie Clements will drag this one to the corner. The horn's going to sound. Warwick has one win more than they had all of last season. And the season is nowhere close from done. They're going to go to 2-1 on the season. It's going to move them up into a tie with East Greenwich for 4th place in the division right now. Prout's going to fall to 2-3. And that will drop them down somewhere around 8th or 9th, depending upon results with Smithfield later tonight, and also Barrington and Mount St. Charles sitting at 1-2 right now, though neither of those teams in action tonight. Burrville, Bishop Hendricken, number 1 versus number 2, later on this evening. Cumberland sits at 3, and Warwick at 2-1 sits at 4 right now. That'll do it for us here on Fans Only Sports Network. We thank you so much for tuning in. For Alden Darris, I'm Matt Gillis. All of us here from Schneider Arena, have a safe and happy holiday. We'll see you soon. Good night.